Where are you going? Wherever the people are as green as their money.
River City Junction. River City. Next station stop. You're crazy with this heat. Credit is no good for a notion salesman. River City next.
Why not? What's the matter with credit?
It's old-fashioned. Charlie, you're an anvil salesman. Does your firm give credit?
No, sir.
No, nor anybody else. Board, on the board. Cash for the merchandise. Cash for the button hook.
Cash for the cotton goods. Cash for the hard goods. Cash for the soft goods.
Cash for the fancy goods.
Cash for the knives and the big and the bird.
Cash for the hogshead casket, Davy John. Cash for the crackers and the pickles and the fly paper.
What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? What do you got?
Where do you get it?
What do you got?
You can talk, you can talk. You can bigger, you can talk. You can bigger, bigger, bigger. You can talk, you can talk. You can talk, 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 talk. Bigger, bigger, bigger. Talk all you want, but it's different than it was.
No, it ain't, but you gotta know the territory. Why, it's Montini Ford, baby trouble. The people want to go, want to get out. You go 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 23 miles to the county seat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Who's gonna patronize a little bitty 2x4 kind of store anymore?
What do you talk? What do you talk?
Where do you get it? Not a Model T at all. Take a gander at the store. There's a modern store in the present day store. Present day modern departmentalized grocery store.
What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? What do you got?
Where do you get it?
What do you got? What do you got? What do you got?
Where do you get it?
You can talk, you can bigger. You can talk, you can bigger. You can talk, 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 talk. Bigger, bigger, bigger. You can talk all you want, but it's different than it was.
No, it ain't, but you gotta know the territory. Why? You need a biscuit, Mr. Trouble. You need a put the crackers in a package. You need a biscuit in an airtight sanitary package with the Cracker Barrel obsolete.
Cracker Barrel went out the window as the mail plugged down by the stove. Change the approach of a traveling salesman. Made it pretty hard.
No, it didn't, but you gotta know the territory.
Don with the hogshead casket and John with the sugar barrel, pickle barrel, milk pan. Don with the top and a pail and a tear.
Ever been a fella by the name of Hill?
Hill?
No. Just a minute.
Never heard any salesman Hill.
Now, he doesn't know the territory.
Doesn't know the territory.
What's the fella's eye? Never worries about his eye.
Never worries about his life.
For the Cracker Barrel being obsolete, for the you need a biscuit in an airtight sanitary package or the Model T for. Just a minute. Never worries about his eye. Poor doggone thing. He's just a bad beat, bell ringing, big hog, great goat, extra nothing, rip report. Every time I fall, that's the salesman. That's the Harold Hill. Tell us what's his line. He's a wig, yeah, he doesn't know the territory.
What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? What do you got?
Music man. He's a what? Music man. And he sells next to kids in the town with the big drum, rat-a-tat drum, big breast bass. The piccolo in uniform too, with the shiny gold braid on the coat and a big red stripe running.
Well, I don't know much about bands, but I do know you can't make a living selling big trombones. No, sir. Mandolin picks, perhaps, and here and there a June card.
No, fella sells band. Boy, band. I don't know how he does it, but he lives like a king and he dallies and he gallops and he plucks and he sucks. And where the man dance is, certainly, boys. What else? The piper pays him. Yes, sir. When the man dances, certainly, boys. What else? The piper pays him.
Yes, sir.
But he doesn't know the territory.
River City. Crossing the state line into Iowa. River City, population 2,212. Soliciting without a license, illegal in this state.
Well, if you're all
uniforms and instruction books. He has to guarantee to teach them kids how to play.
Well,
And to form them kids into a man with himself as the leader.
what's wrong with that?
You don't know one note from another, that's what's wrong with that. And he couldn't yell a bass drum or a pipe organ. Oh, when I catch up with him, I'm going to set the law on him so fast.
Wow! You're really mad. I'd just like to be where I can hold that fella.
Well, it won't be on this trip. This way is not in Iowa. Even the great Professor Hill wouldn't try to sell to them neckbone Hawkeyes. Barn! Oh, barn!
Gentlemen, you intrigue me. I think I'll have to give Iowa a try.
Don't believe I caught your name.
I don't believe I dropped it. Excuse me, I'm a stranger in your town. What do you folks do for excitement?
Mind our own business.
Say, friend, you know where I could find a good hotel?
Try the Hoffman House in New York. You're in Iowa.
So that's how you pronounce it. But I always thought you wanted to pronounce Iowa.
We do.
But he just said Iowa.
We say it that way sometimes, but we don't like anybody else to.
We're from Iowa.
Boy, you folks sure know how to make a stranger feel at home.
Oh, there's nothing halfway about the Iowa way to treat you when we treat you and treat you at home.
There's an Iowa kind, a special chip on the shoulder attitude we've never been without that we recall. We can be cold as a falling thermometer in December if you ask about our weather in July. And we're so doggone stubborn we can stand touching noses for a week at a time and never see eye to eye. You're welcome here, you're welcome. Join us at the picnic. You can have your fill of all the food you bring yourself. You're really out to give Iowa a try.
Providing you are contrary.
Morning, Mayor Shin.
Morning, Mayor Shim.
It is if you want to go around your drawers all day.
And there I was in the Madison City Hospital, and nobody come to see me. Uncle Will never come, Aunt Bertha never come. Your Aunt Bertha's dead. She wouldn't have come anyway.
Cold as a falling thermometer in December if you ask about our weather in July. And we're so doggone stubborn we can stand touching noses for a week at a time and never see eye to eye. But we'll give you our shirts and a bag to go with it. If your cross should happen tonight.
Welcome here. You're welcome. Glad to have you with us.
Even though we may not ever mention it again.
Really out to give Iowa from singing our games we're late. But to give Iowa a try.
You're Mr. Squires.
Yes?
Well, I'd be interested in hiring a rig for Sunday if you could accommodate me.
Then I expect you ought to see the man in charge of hiring rigs. Who's late as usual?
Riggs! Riggs!
Nobody here by that name.
Marcellus? Marcellus Washburn!
Rick, what in the world are you doing in Iowa?
I never thought I'd find you in a place like this.
With Rick.
Professor Hill's the name. Harold Hill.
But Greg, what are you doing here? And why didn't you tell me you was coming?
I didn't know I was myself. Besides, how could
business with me.
Too many close shaves the way you work. Besides, I got me a nice comfortable girl. Ethel Toffelmeyer. Boss's niece.
John Legitimate, huh? I knew you'd come to no good.
Say, what's the new pitch? Oh, you're not back in the band business again.
Yep,
Last I heard you was in steam automobiles.
I was.
What happened?
You know, somebody actually invented one?
No.
Now, give me the lowdown here, Mars.
Oh, boy, you'll never get anywhere in the band business with these stubborn Iowans. Anything they don't already have, they can do without. Besides, we got a list of stuck-up music teachers who will expose you before you get your grip unpacked.
Male or female?
The music teacher? She's the librarian. Female!
Perfect. That's what I wanted to hear. Now, point her out to me if she passes by.
Darn close.
Well, I'll do it, but I won't like it.
That's not the music teacher. That's Mrs. Shen, our mayor's wife. Say, how are you going to start the new pitch?
Oh, same old way. Keep that music teacher off balance and then get your tongue out of the serious trouble it's in.
Greg, River City isn't in any trouble.
Then I'll have to create some. I have to create a desperate need for a boys' band. Well, you remember. Now, what's new around here? What can I use?
Well, Toppelmeyer's just lost their 400-pound prize pig.
No.
A farmer just off the town brought in a whole dozen of doubly yolked eggs.
No.
The billiards parlor put in a new pool table.
They never had pool before.
No, only billiards.
Ah, that'll do. See you later, Mars. And don't forget, music teacher.
Music teacher.
Ah, you're Mr. Dunlop.
Yep.
Well, either you're closing your eyes to a situation you do not wish to acknowledge, or you are not aware of the caliber of disaster indicated by the presence of a pool table in your community. Well, you got trouble, my friend. Right here, I say trouble right here in River City. Why, sure, I'm a billiard player, shouldn't you mind? Proud to say, I'm always mighty proud to say it. I consider that the hours I spend with the cue in my hand are golden. Help me cultivate horse sense, and a cool head, and a keen eye. Did you ever take and try to give an ironclad leap to yourself from a 3-rail billiard shot? But just as I say, it takes judgment, brains, maturity to score a ball-flying game. I say that any move, you take it and shove a ball in a pocket. And I call that slot. The first big step on the road to the depths of the egg day is a first medicinal wine from a teaspoon, then beer from a bottle. And the next thing you know, your son is playing for money in a pinchback suit and listening to some big out-of-town jasper. Hearing him tell about horse race gambling. Not a wholesome trot race, no, but a race where they set right down on the horse. Like to see some stuck-out jockey boy sitting on Dan Patch. Make me blind boy, I should say. Now, friends, let me tell you what I mean. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pockets on the table. Pockets that mark the difference between a gentleman and a bum, with a capital B in that rhymes with P in that head. Fool. And all these long years, River City used to be frittering away. I say, you young men will be frittering away there noon time, supper time, chore time too. Get the ball in the pocket, never mind the dandelions folded, a screen door patched, and a beefsteak pounded. Never mind pumping any water to your parents and cotton with a cistern empty on a Saturday night, and that's trouble. But yes, we got lots and lots of trouble. I'm thinking of the kids in the Knickerbocker shirt tail, young ones, peeking in the pool hall window after school, you got trouble. Folks, right here in River City. Trouble with the capital T, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for pool. Now, I know all you folks are the right kind of parents. I'm going to be perfectly frank. Would you like to know what kind of conversation goes on while they're loafing around that hall? I mean, trying out Bevo, trying out Cubette, trying out tailor-made like cigarette beads. And bragging all about how they're going to cover up the telltale press with scent at one fine night. Then leave the pool hall, head for the dance at the Armory, 17 men, scarlet women and ragtime. Shameless minutes to grab your son, your daughter, to the arms of a gentle animal instinct. Mass hysteria. Friends, the idle brain is the devil's playground. Trouble.
Oh, yeah, trouble.
Right here in River City.
Right here in River City.
The capital T and that rhymes with P and that stands for pool.
That stands for pool.
It surely got trouble.
It surely got trouble.
surprised.
Did you say anything?
Mama, of course not. No, don't dawdle, Amarilla. Oh, darling, a little lower, the picture is curved and nice and high. What's it in? Don't get bashful, dear.
If you don't mind my saying so, it wouldn't have hurt to find out what the gentleman wanted.
I know what the gentleman wanted.
Oh, what?
You'll find it in Balzac.
Well, excuse me for living. I never read it.
Neither has anyone else in this town.
There you go again with that same old comment about the low mentality of River City people and taking it all too much to heart.
Now, Mama, as long as the Madison Public Library was entrusted to me for the purpose of improving River City's cultural level, I can't help my concern with the ladies of River City keep ignoring all my counsel and advice.
But darling, when a woman has a husband and you've got none, why should she take advice from you? Even if you can't quote Homer, Shakespeare, and all them other fabulous great.
Now, Mama, if you don't mind my saying so, you have a bad habit of changing every subject.
Change subject, I was talking about that stranger, one stranger at the Suki, who may be your very last chance.
Now, Mama, do you think that I'm in love with common measure? Now, really, Mama, I have my standards for manners, and I have no intention.
I know all about your standards, and if you don't mind my saying so, there's not a man alive who would hope to measure up to that standard. Oh, what you think? Perhaps you know a Western who can tell us for himself. Will you urge imagination where I was telling us that you're wondering what?
That isn't the best I've heard.
Thank you. Can I have a drink of water, please?
May I?
May I have a drink of water, please?
You may.
Winthrop, it's after dark. Is that any way to walk into the house? Hello. That won't do at all. I'll have a kiss from me boy. And that young lady over there, your sister, young man.
Hello, Winthrop.
Winthrop, where's your manners?
I'm having a party on Saturday. Would you please come? I'd like it especially if you were there. Winthrop?
Well, Winthrop, Amarilla's asked you to her party. Are you going or aren't you?
No.
No what?
No, thank you.
You know the little girl's name.
He won't say Amaryllis because of the X because of his list. He's ashamed.
We know all about his list, Amarilla. Well, Winthrop,
I bet he won't say it. No, thank you, Amaryllis. Amaryllis! Amaryllis! He's crying. Why does he get so mad at people? Just because of his list?
It's not only because he lisps. That's just part of it.
Well, what's the other part?
Never mind, dear. It's just that he never talks very much.
Not even to you and your mother?
No, we all have to be a little patient.
I'm patient, even though he doesn't ever talk to me. But I do him every night. I say goodnight to him on the evening star. You have to say it the very second you see it, too, or it doesn't count. Good night, my Winthrop. Good night. Sleep tight.
Oh, there, dear. Don't cry. You have lots of temper, sweetheart. If not Winthrop, there'll be someone else.
exercises set up for us here in the indoors at Madison Gymnasium, account of the weather being so chancy. 407 years. 407 years ago, our father, the members of the school board will now present a patriotic tableau. Oh, the members of the school board will not present a patriotic tableau. Some disagreement about costumes, I suppose. Instead, the Watanyi girls of the local wigwam of Hiawatha will present a spectacle, My Wife. Oh, in which my wife, Eulalie McKechnie Shin, will take a leading part. Last days of Pompeii will take place, providing the rain stops by 9:30. It'll be out to Madison Picnic Park in the far meadow across the creek from the pest house.
How can it be raining? Didn't the Gazette predict fair?
Sure did, Eeyore. That's why we all got ready for a storm.
Because that's accurate most of the time, and you know it, J.C.
You wouldn't last long in the banking business being accurate most of the time.
Now,
Now, just a minute here. Order, all right, let's have some order. Well, the break's late again tonight.
why make her early?
She's late, all right. She's right on time. What's the matter with your watch?
Will the members of the school board stop bickering in public?
All in the world I said was,
Never mind. 407 years ago.
table in town.
Now, just a moment here.
Pool table, or isn't it?
Will you allow me to get on with the exercises here?
We don't want any more exercises until we get this pool table matter settled.
something akin to the Langer Grill I once enjoyed. When Gilmore, Liberati, Pat Conway, the great creator, W.C. Handy, and John Philip Sousa all came to Conway at the very same historic day. 76 Throckmorton led the big parade, with 110 cornets close at hand. They were followed by rows and rows of the finest virtuosos, the cream of every famous band. 76 Throckmorton caught the morning sun, with 110 cornets right behind. There were more than 1,000 trees, green, soft like wheat. There were horns of every shape and kind. There were copper bottom timpani and horse platoons, thundering, thundering all along the way. Double bell, euphoniums, and big bassoons. Each bassoon has its big fat safe, and its battery. Thundering, thundering, louder than before. Clarinets of every size and trumpeters would improvise a full octave higher than the score.
bet you Waterloo doesn't have one. Or Des Moines either.
I'll match my band against any band west of Chicago.
What band? Honestly, a bunch of grown men. Along comes a fly-by-night salesman, and you're all swindled.
Yes, she's right. Men, this calls for emergency action. That man's a spellbinder. I haven't seen Iowa folks so excited since the night Frank Gotch and Strangular Lewis lay on the mat for 3.5 hours without moving a muscle. Oh, was it exciting! But never mind, man. I want that man's credentials. Grab that hula! You almost blew up Mrs. Shin.
Thank you, Professor. We have to make an example of him. Ringleader, you know. What he does, the gang does.
Great honk, let me go.
You wild kid, you, tagging after my oldest girl. His father's one of those day laborers south of town. You wild kid, you, tagging down Main Street last Sunday after my oldest girl.
I wasn't Italian.
Don't you contradict me.
We just walking together. Great honk.
You watch your phraseology. I know what you was doing. My little Gracie Senior. Now you stay away from my oldest girl, or you'll hear from me tell who laid the rails. Hill, I'll talk to you about this band thing Monday morning down at City Hall, 10 o'clock sharp. Men, I want this man's credentials.
Constable, I'll be responsible for the boy. Oh, you don't know this kid. He's tough, and he's got his gang waiting outside. Oh, I'll be careful. Tommy, I'd like to talk to you about the band.
Ah, Professor, that's just for little kids.
Oh, I'm not talking about you playing in the band. Well, you're mechanically minded, aren't you? Did you ever do anything with perpetual motion?
Nearly had it a couple times.
You did? Well, you're my man. Do you realize nobody's ever invented a music holder for the marching piccolo player? No place to hang the music.
Great honk. Wonder where I can get you some wire.
Try your cellar. That's where most people keep wire. Oh, Tommy.
Yes, sir?
And now, Constable, I'll show you how to break up a game. Oh, young lady. Oh, miss. What's your name?
Anita, I didn't have any idea you was beckoning to me. Grandma Bloomer.
Do you know Tommy Gillis?
Well,
Tommy, this is Anita. Escort young lady home.
only expecting I'm not going home. I have to go to the library. Grandma Bloomers.
Then escort the young lady home by way of the
Uncle Carlos over at the hotel if you'd like to come over.
Mr. Hill.
Professor Hill.
Professor. Of what? At what college do they give a degree for annoying women on the street like a Saturday night rowdy in a public dance hall?
Oh, I wouldn't know about that myself. I'm a conservatory man. Gary, Indiana, gold medal class, Lot 5.
Even should that happen to be true, does that give you the right to follow me around wherever I go? Another thing, Mr. Hill, I'm not as easily mesmerized or hoodwinked as some of the people in this town, and I think it only fair to warn you that I have a shelf full of reference books in there, which may very well give me some interesting information about you.
Now, Marion.
Hey, Greg!
Oh, hi, Mars. And don't call me Greg.
Say, how'd you make out with the music teacher?
Scrumptious. Hit out of my hand the moment I tipped my hat.
She did? Boy, did you cut the swab tonight. For a minute there, even I thought you knew something about leading a band. Just like when you used to imitate that band concert fellow back in Joplin.
Oh, yeah. Kid stuff, Mars. I'm in rare form these days, just to keep your eyes on me for the next 4 weeks.
4 weeks? It used to only take 10 days for the instruments to arrive.
Still does. Takes 4 weeks for the uniforms.
Oh, no, Greg, you haven't added uniforms.
Uniforms and instruction books.
But, Greg, I mean, you can't pass yourself off as a music instructor. Well, not for any 4 weeks.
Mars.
But you don't know one note from another.
Oh, Mars, I got a revolutionary new method called the Think System, where you don't bother with any notes. You know, someday reading music is going to become obsolete.
But in 4 weeks, the people are going to want to hear music. They'll have to lead a band.
Oh, but when the uniforms arrive, they'll forget everything else. At least long enough for me to collect and leave. Oh, this is a refined operation, Mars. I got it timed right down to the last wave of the brakeman's man's hand on the last train out of town. And now, Mr. Washburn, if you'll excuse me.
Gonna line yourself up a little canoe, huh?
Well.
Say, I could fix you up with Ethel's sister. Lovely girl. Teaches Sunday school.
Oh, no. Oh, no. No wide-eyed, eager, wholesome, innocent Sunday school teacher for me. That kind of girl spins webs no spider ever. Now listen, boy. A girl who trades on all that purity merely wants to trade my independence for her security. The only interpretive she will not refers to marching down the aisle, no golden, glorious, gleaming, pristine goddess. No, sir, for no Diana do I live on. I can tell you that right now. I starve, I kiss, often ignorance be compared to bliss. I smirk, and I kiss, for the lady who knows what time it is. I cheer, and I praise, for the virtue I'm too late to save. Not sadder, but wiser.
investigate, I'm sure. And naturally, I'm reticent. Oh, yes. I'm reticent.
Of course, Mrs. Shin, I understand. But you see, part of my musical plans include a committee on dance. And no, wait. Do that again, Mrs. Shin. Why, your foot, the way you raised it just now.
I have a bunion there that
Oh, what grace. What natural flow of rhythm. What expression of line and movement.
Oh, Mr. Hill.
You must accept the chairmanship for the ladies' auxiliary for the classical dance. Mustn't you, ladies? Every move you make, Mrs. Shin, bespeaks Delft's art. Will you, Mrs. Shin? Will you say yes?
You lately recognition. Dancing.
Then you accept.
Well, yes, indeed.
Thank you.
I'd
Thank
like
you.
to
Now the young lady who plays the piano. Marion Prue, I believe. Why, after all, she is the librarian.
Pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, cheep, 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 talk loud, pick a little more, pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, cheep, 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 talk loud, pick a little more, pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, cheep, 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 talk loud, pick a little more, pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, cheep, 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 cheep. Her finger, her son, her woman, her little dog on it. I should be really dirty.
Dirty books.
Chaucer. Rabelais. Balzac. And our worst thing. Tell you.
I'll tell. That woman made brazen overtures to a man who never had a friend in this town till she came along. Old Miser Madison.
Miser Madison, Madison Hospital, Madison Picnic Park, Madison Gymnasium, that Miser Madison.
Exactly. Who'd he think he was, anyway?
Well, I should say, the old show-off. He gave the town the library, too, didn't he?
Oh, that's just it. When he died, he left the library building to the city.
He left all the books to her.
She was seen coming and going. Going and coming.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. That woman made brazen overtures.
With a gift that guaranteed. She had golden glitz in her eye and silver choices diamond ring.
Just melts it out and you reveal a love of head and cold as steel. Where will it hurt to be?
He left River City, the library building, but he left all the books to her.
Chaucer.
Rabelais. Balzac.
Just a minute, Professor. We need your credentials.
Yes, well, I have just put you there to my hotel. Come with me. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. We're going to leave you now. Farewell, ladies. Farewell, ladies. Farewell, ladies. We're going to leave you now. It's all right. I know everything, and it doesn't make a bit of difference.
What are you talking about?
Oh, you were probably very young. Anyone can make a mistake.
What?
Oh, no. No apologies, no explanations, please. Now, I'll only be in town for a short while, and sad otherwise a girl for me.
Will you please make your selection and leave?
I have. But when I cry in here to tell you, dear, I love you madly, 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 librarian, Marian, it's a long lost cause I can never win. For the civilized world accepts as unforgivable sin. Anytime I'm alone with any librarian, such as Marian. Mad librarian. Ladies dance committee meets on Tuesday nights. Marshmallow. Well, Tommy, we've had a pretty good morning. 11 sales out of 12 tries. Tell you what, it's almost noon. Why don't you go home and get some dinner? I'll try a couple on my own.
Goodbye, Professor.
Thanks, Tommy.
Just a minute. Are you soliciting? You haven't got a license.
Why, no, Emerson. I collect doorbells. And this particular specimen has an unusual tone.
Soliciting is statutory in this county. Malfeasance without a permit. Why haven't you been down to City Hall with your references?
Well, you know, I just mistried. No. No, your hand.
What? What?
Why, the spread of that little finger. It's hereditary.
Oh, it is? What does that mean?
It means your son's little finger is situated perfectly to operate the spit belt on a B-flat flugelhorn.
Is that good?
Good? Oh, it means that America's at last produced an artist that can flugel the minute waltz in 50 seconds.
Where could I get one of those horns?
Sign here. That'll be $17 import fee.
Yes, sir. Just think. I could have missed this hole. I haven't got a son!
I never said you did.
What do you know?
Well, I would certainly know if you had a son or not.
I wasn't talking to you.
Well, then who were you talking to?
Mrs. Prue, do you realize you have the facial characteristics of a cornet virtuoso?
I don't know that I entirely understand you, Professor.
Your son has that same firm chin and those splendid cheek muscles. By George. Not that he could ever be really great, you must understand.
Oh, is that so? And in the name of St. Bridget, why not?
Well, you see, all the really great cornet players were Irish. Oh, Mendez, oh, Klein, O'Grady.
But, Professor, we are Irish.
No, no. Well, that clinches it. Sign here. Mrs. Prue, your son was born to play the cornet. Fine, fine. That'll be $7 earnest money. Nothing more due until the opening of band practice. And of course, I'll need the boy's measurements for his uniform.
His uniform?
I hope, son. Certainly, his uniform. And there won't be a penny due until delivery. But you give him 4 weeks to enjoy, anticipate, and imagine at no cost whatsoever. Never allow the demands of tomorrow to interfere with the pleasures and excitements of today.
Would it have
Stripe? Why, certainly, my boy. A wide red stripe on each side. What do you think of that?
You'll have to excuse Winthrop, Professor. We can't get him to say
Fine, fine. Oh, I must get back to the hotel.
Professor Hill, I do hope you'll excuse Marion. She's not really.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure that at heart she's as lovely as yourself. Good day to you, Winifred.
Oh, laddie.
He gone.
He has, and I hope not forever. Darling, don't you ever think of your future? Gary, Indiana Conservation Class of '05. No, really, darling.
Now, Mama, surely every girl's future doesn't depend on encouraging every fast-talking, self-centered woman chasing traveling man who comes to town. And the fact that he claims his commodity is music does not, in this particular case, impress me.
All right, darling, all right. But it's a well-known principle that if you keep the flint in one drawer and the steel in another, you'll never strike much of a fire.
Mama. Winthrop, Winthrop, I know you're there. I want you to go to the library and ask Miss Grubb for the book I set aside. It's the Indiana State Journal, 1890 to 1910.
Do I have that?
You have to. It's all written down. You don't have to talk to anyone.
Now what are you up to? What do you need a book for at this hour of the night?
I have a feeling that I'm going to put some very large holes in the professor's claim.
Oh, I give up. If you don't mind me asking, at your age, what kind of a white knight do you expect to come riding along?
Well, I'm not waiting for Luther Greener to back me into the ancient histories shelf every time he comes to the library.
Oh, he does?
Or Ed Gamage and that buggy of his with a removable back seat. But I'm not waiting for a man in shining white armor either. My white knight, not a Lancelot, nor an angel with wings, just someone to love me, who is not ashamed of a few nice things. My white knight, could my heart but stay lived in only love, let me love him, show me love. My white knight, let me walk with him through the hours
Zita, hey Zita. Honey, Papa and Mama are sitting right there in that drugstore. Grandma Bloomer.
Well, meet me after supper then.
Oh, I can't. After the meat night. Well, meet you where?
Bridge?
The footbridge? Isn't that just what I said? Last time the lumberyard, and this time the footbridge. And where will you meet me after that? The Black Hole of Calcutta? Grandma Bloomer.
I only wanted to show you my invention.
What invention?
A music holder for a marching piccolo player. It still has a couple of minor flaws, though. See, when you keep it tight enough to hold the music steady, you cut off your circulation. And you can't wiggle your fingers. Meanwhile, could go blind.
Is that the first thing I said or not?
Yes, George.
Yes, the very first thing I said, or I'll eat hay with the horse. Get that spellbinder's credentials, I said. Morning of July 4th, 19 and 12. And now look, my wife's off dancing at any and all hours instead of in the home.
But George.
School board singing up street and down alley instead of taking care of city business. My oldest daughter's fooling around with some wild kid. My business has fallen so far off, I can't even find the balance sheet.
Excuse me, Mayor Shin. I have found something very interesting in this book. further. I believe
Papa,
it's
the
on...
Wells Fargo wagon is coming from the depot.
A likely story. This hour of the day? Nonsense. The Wells Fargo wagon?
But it's coming a band instrument.
The band instrument?
Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is a coming down the street. Oh, please let it be for me. Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is a coming down the street. I wish I knew what it could be.
I got a bunch of maple sugar on my birthday. And once I got some grapefruit from Tampa. Montgomery Ward sent me a bathtub and a cross console.
Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is a coming down the street. A prepaid surprise or COD.
It could be for Devil, or a double boiler.
Or it could be, yes, it could be, yes, you're right, it surely could be. Something very, very special now, just for me. Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is a coming down the street. Oh, don't let it pass my door. Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is a coming down the street. I wish I knew what he was coming for.
I got some salmon from Seattle last September. I hope I get my raisins from Fresno. The DAR has said I can it for the courthouse square.
Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is a coming now. I don't know how I can ever wait to see. It could be something, it could someone who has no reason, but it could be something special just for me.
Oh, your Wells Fargo wagon keep a comer. Oh, your Wells Fargo wagon keep a comer. Oh, your Wells Fargo wagon, don't you dare to make a stop until you stop for me.
My coordinate! Oh, thanks, Professor!
Men, you will each receive individual instruction in due course. In the meantime, stay off the streets and get acquainted with your instruments. And think about the minuet in G. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. La-di-da, la-di-da.
Sister, isn't this the most scrumptious bellical thing you ever saw? I never thought I'd see anything so scrumptious as a bellical thing. Oh, sister!
Round one for you, Mr. Hill. But I better hear some tooting out of those horns in short order, or I'll be seeing you down in front of the grand jury down at the county seat. Now, Miss Marion, about that book.
Come, George Tempest Fusion.
You watch your phraseology. You run along if you want to. I have to get something from the librarian. About that book.
Marion, ladies' dance committee meets on Tuesday nights.
Kowalski, the defenseman for Alex, is
May, you tend to your dance.
Oh, my dance!
I'll handle Benita, taking up with loyal kids from the wrong side of town.
Mayor Shen, if I could just make you understand.
Well, you can. By the way, thanks for nothing. I read that book from cover to cover for a whole week now and didn't find a thing.
Mr. Mayor, if I could have a word with you.
I'll settle your hash as soon as I get these premises off my oldest girl here. Yes, mister, I've got a word to talk to you about, too, here.
All right, but in the meantime, I want you to know that I'm vouching for Tommy Gillis. He's got the confidence of every kid in this town. And by the time we've played our first concert, he'll be waiting in line to shake his hand.
By the time your band plays its first concert, the individual members will have to foregather in their wheelchairs on account of the broken legs they'll have from tripping over their beers. Let me tell you something, my feathered young fine. Oh, never mind. Oliver, J.C., Ewart, Owen. I want that man's credentials, and I want them tonight. Don't let him out of your sight. He's slipperier than a Mississippi sturgeon.
You mean you want us to get his credentials?
Get his papers or get him in jail. Couldn't make myself any clearer if I was a button hook in the well water.
Professor Hill, I think Mayor Shin has behaved abominably. And I think it was wonderful of him to come to Tommy's defense.
Oh, that was nothing.
Yes, it was.
Oh, no. A man can't dodge the issue every time a little personal risk gets involved. What does that poet say? The coward dies 1,000 deaths. The brave man only 500. Unfortunately, the mayor was already pretty mad on account of his billiard parlor. Now, I suppose a recommendation from a musical authority like yourself would help. But I couldn't think of asking you to do a thing like that.
Why, Professor Hill?
You would?
I'd be glad to. I just wish I were a little more informed. I think you was talking about Wentworth Cornet.
His cornet, mother of pearl keys.
Yes, I'm sure it's fine. But you see, he never touches it. The first week or so, he made a few experimental blasts, I guess you'd say.
Yes, blast.
And he sings them anyway in G. La-di-da-di-da-di-da, almost constantly.
La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da, la-di-da.
But you see, he never touches the cornet.
Well, you see,
Because you told him it wasn't necessary.
Well, I
Now he'll tell me about some think system. If he thinks them anywhere in D, he won't have to bother with the note.
Now, Marion, the think system is a revolutionary new method, I'll admit. But so is Galileo's conception of the heavens, and Columbus's conception of the globe, and Bach's conception of the well-tempered clapboard. Now, I cannot discuss these things here in public, but if you'd allow me to call, when may I call?
Why, any night this week.
Oh, Miss Perruzzi, that's how to tell you. You do belong on the Southside Committee, and you look so sweet tonight. You're dancing the shaboobie with Professor Hill. Are you dancing? Are you Jerry Princess? With the roommates for your floor. You had a golden shimmer in your hair and silver shoes for opposite feet.
that for a minute.
Oh, you'll never forget the name. Same as the old song. Light a rose. Light a rose, I'm home again, Rose, to get the sun back in the sky. Light a rose, I'm home again, Rose, about 1,000 kisses shy. Ding dong ding, I can hear the chapel bell chime. Ding dong ding, at the least suggestion, now pop the question.
Swindling two-bit thimble rigger. That's why I got to see Shin. I'm just passing through. Number 8 only makes a 15-minute water stop. Wish it were 20. Sure would like to concentrate 5 minutes on you, girly girl.
Who are you?
Name's Charlie Cowell, Anvil salesman. But just now I'm out to protect the good name of the traveling fraternity from that swindler hill.
Mr. Cowell, you're making a big mistake.
Mistake my old lady's course of cover. That fellow's been the raspberry seed in my wisdom tooth just about long enough. He spoiled Illinois for me, and he's not going to spoil Iowa. Say, what kind of music teacher are you anyway? You didn't see through him. Why, he's no more a professor
I
than
know all about that. Band leaders are often called professors. It's a harmless deception. He's a fine director. His
Wait a minute. Fine director. Have you heard one note of music on any band?
No, but you see...
But nothing, girly girl. He's never formed a band in his life, and he never will.
Mr. Cowell, if you'll just listen to me for a minute.
Oh, I'd like to. I can do more than that if I have the time. I sure got the inclination. But I gotta get back on that train and leave this dynamite with somebody on the way to the depot. Bye, girly girl. See you next time through.
You'll never make that train at the depot. You'll have to catch it at the crossing.
No, sir. I got to leave word, and I can see you ain't the one to leave it with.
Just a minute, Mr. Cowell. You don't know me yet.
Oh, is that an invitation?
No, but I just meant that...
Yes,
I
I'd need more time anyway.
I mean, as well as I'd like to.
Oh, no trouble there, girly girl.
I've never met a man who sells anvils before. That's something, well, quite different.
Takes a real salesman, I can tell you that. Anvils have a limited appeal, you know. Oh, what am I doing? I missed that train, I'll get fired. And I've got to leave word about Hill.
Leave word with me.
Not on the tin dive of your dear old mother. How do I know he delivered those letters?
Try me. Oh, there's your train. Now run for it.
Why, you double-dealing little... Who do you think you're protecting anyway? That guy's got a gal in every county in Illinois, and he's taking it away from every one of them. That's 102 counties. Not to mention the music teachers like you he cozies up to just to keep their mouths shut. Neither one of you is earned the last of me, girly girl.
At the least suggestion, now pop the question. Why the Rose, I'm home again, Rose. We got a sweetheart to my name. Good evening, Miss Marian. Why the Rose, now everyone knows that I am hoping you're the same. So here's my love song, not fancy or fine. Light a rose, oh, won't you be mine? Light a rose, oh, light a rose, oh, light a rose.
Mary, who was you talking to just now? I thought, why, Professor Hill.
Mrs. Brew, the top of the evening. Miss Marion.
You and Marion come up and set. I've got jelly on the stove.
There's no jelly on the stove, Mama.
Well, I'll put some on.
Joey said as your mother said.
Well, I really don't
Now,
know.
you did ask me to call.
Did I? I didn't mean anything.
Now, Marion, I'm not suggesting that your invitation inferred anything but academic enlightenment. The think system? Well, I've been by your house to try to explain it to you a time or two this week. But there always seems to be people around. Mostly ladies, I thought.
Yes, Mrs. Squires and several of the ladies.
I'm glad. Wouldn't want anybody beating my time. You wouldn't? No, ma'am. Well, it's evidently not the convenient night. See you at the sociable later.
Professor Hill, is it true you've had 100? What I'm trying to say is,
Yes?
is it really true you've developed a think system?
A what? A think system? Oh, a think system. Yes. It's really very simple. As simple as whistling. Nobody has to show you how to use your lips in whistling. You just think the tune and have it come out clearly here. No, just you try this before you ask any questions.
I take your word.
Could we sit down?
Are all music teachers as dense as I am?
All music teachers?
I dare say you've met dozens, even 100.
Well,
Have they all been as fascinated as I have with things of them?
oh, some more, some less. One young lady had thought up the very same system before I got to her town. She showed me a few refinements.
I see.
Have I said something wrong?
Please don't let me keep you, Professor Hill. I'm sure you have many more important things to do than explain the think system to me.
Can't think of one.
I must be very dull company for a man of your experience.
Now, say, where'd you get an idea like that?
One hears rumors of traveling salesmen.
Now, Miss Marion, you mustn't believe everything you hear. After all, one also hears rumors about librarians.
And I suppose you're referring to Uncle Matty.
Uncle Matty.
Mr. Madison, my father's best friend. No matter what they say, he left me in a sure job so Mother and Winthrop and I could have some security. Now, surely you don't believe...
Of course not. But that's exactly what I'm trying to say. Why do you think people start rumors like that?
Narrow-mindedness, jealousy. Jealousy mostly, I guess.
Exactly. And jealousy mostly starts the rumors about the traveling salesman. What have you heard?
Oh, nothing about you personally, generally.
Well, what have you heard generally?
Just that... But of course, it stands to reason that jealousy and disappointment can lead to, well, take you for instance. Your attentions to customers and well, teachers might easily be misinterpreted, might they?
Oh.
I mean, honestly, might they? And so you say, if another salesman or somebody were jealous, well, they could be downright lies, now couldn't they?
Well, what could?
Rumors and things.
Why, of course.
It just goes to prove you shouldn't believe everything you hear. I mean, if you discuss things.
Miss Marion, I would be delighted to discuss anything in the world with you. But couldn't we do it sitting down? You do sit, your knees bend and all.
We could sit on the porch.
Oh, we could also sit on a large hollow log over at the footbridge.
I couldn't think of it. I haven't been to the footbridge with a man in my life.
Just to talk.
I've got to dress for the sociable.
Then meet me there in 15 minutes.
I can't. Please, some other time, maybe tomorrow.
Oh, my dear little librarian. Pile up enough tomorrows and you'll find that you've collected nothing but a lot of empty yesterdays. And I don't know about you, but I'd like to make today worth remembering.
Oh, so would I.
The footbridge. 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Mama! What is it? I just told Professor Hill that I'd meet him at the footbridge in 15 minutes.
Glory be and thanks be praised it worked.
What word?
I've been using the think system on you from the parlor.
Greg! Hey, Greg! The uniforms are here. The kids are in them already. Those people are going to be screaming for music if the kids show up at the sociable.
Yeah?
Well, let's see. Here's most of the dough. I got Tommy to collect it. He's trying to keep the kids together at least, pretending to hold a practice over at the lumberyard.
All right, Mars, go get the rig.
I got it already.
Well, what time does freight leave?
9:40 from the junction.
Well, it's not even 8:30 yet.
Listen, you want to turtle wordle around here and get yourself caught in a bunny trap, that's
Mars,
fine.
don't worry. I'll meet you at the hotel in plenty of time. Marion, you're late.
But you said 15 minutes.
Well, what I meant was, well, I'd say you're about 26 years late. Took you all that time to get to the footbridge with the fella.
If you want to know the truth, it was almost longer.
Oh?
Halfway here, I nearly turned back. I suppose I'm not the first to find it easier to think clearly when not under the spell of your penmanship.
Now, surely you don't think I'm trying to sell you anything.
Oh, no. You've given me something. That's why I had to come.
No, I don't recall giving you
Oh,
anything.
yes, you have. Something beautiful. That's why I came. And I'm glad. Oh, please don't be afraid that I expect too much more. One can't expect a traveling salesman to stay put. I know there have been many courts of calls. There will be many more. But that's no reason for me not to be grateful for what you have left behind you.
Marion,
There were flowers on the hill.
about BS.
Great, great.
Excuse me, I'm expecting a cable from John Philip Sousa. This could be it. Now what?
Who's the salesman here? Looks like she's selling in your pine.
You nuts. I didn't know I was going to be able to leave tonight. Besides, I had to keep her off balance, didn't I?
Well, she's so far off balance now you couldn't tell her from a tadpole to her.
Now listen here, Buster Brown. I've come up through the ranks on this skirmish, and I'm not resigning without my commission.
But Greg, you can't get anywhere right out here in the footbridge.
Oh, there's a place over at Madison Picnic Park that makes that footbridge look like an old lady's home. Now beat it. Go get the rig. Never a peaceful moment in the music business. Now, where were we?
You were about to tell me what I don't know about you.
Yes, well, we don't have to get into that now, do we?
No, we don't. Or forever, for that matter. The librarian hasn't felt much like doing research lately, but she did plenty of it when you first came here.
Oh? About what?
Oh, about Professor Harold Hill, Gary Conservatoire of Music, gold medal class of '05. Harold, there was no Gary Conservatoire
Why,
of
there
'05.
certainly was.
The town wasn't even built till '06. I'll see you at the sociable later.
You mean you knew the whole time?
Since July 7th, 3 days after you came. I tore this out of the Indiana Journal. It was originally meant to use against you, but now I give it to you with all my heart.
But if you knew, why did you? Why, you little. Then I modestly took my place at the one and only base, and I moved on up and down the square.
Good night,
been? I've been looking all over for you.
Harold, I've been looking for Winthrop. He's running away. Now go, hurry, please. They're even talking about tar and feathers.
I have to talk to you.
It's all right. Don't you know that? You don't owe me a word, not a word. Now go, hurry, please.
Craig! Craig! Oh, she's not here. Let's try down by the creek.
Wait a minute here, son. Not until I talk to you for a second. What to? What to? Tell you anything you want to know.
Did you lead a man?
No.
Are you a big liar?
Yes.
Are you a dirty mountain truck?
Yes.
Let's go, then, you big liar!
Now what's the matter? You wanted the truth, didn't you? Now you're going to stand here and get it off, so you might as well quit wiggling. Now, there's two things you're entitled to know. One, you're a wonderful kid. I thought so from the first. That's why I wanted you in the band. So you quit moping around feeling sorry for yourself.
What band?
Oh, I always think there's a band, kid.
What's the other thing you want to know?
Well, actually, now that I think about it, the other thing isn't any of your business.
I will give it to your sister.
No, you don't, Winthrop.
Sister, you believe him?
I believe everything he's ever said.
But he promised
I
us.
know what he promised us, and it all came true, just like he said. The lights, the flags, and the colors, and the symbols.
But where's all that?
The way every kid in this town walks around all summer and looks and acted. Especially you. And the parents, too. Does Mama wish she had never come to River City?
Well, you do, don't you?
No, Winthrop. Now go, Harold, please.
Go on, Professor, hurry up.
I can't, Winthrop.
Why not?
For the first time in my life, I've got my foot caught in the door. There was love all around, but I never heard it singing. No, I never heard it at all, till there was you. Hey, Neil!
Craig! Hurry, they're coming!
Which is why I call you together at this point. Rest assured, this snake in our bosom would have been misapprehended by this time. Yes, and always remember, my fellow River City Zean, I can only remind you that I did everything in my power to prevent this dire happening from a happening. 4 and 7 years.
Done to get our money back.
Professor Hill collected over $300 tonight on uniforms alone.
He's slippery, I told you.
We haven't seen any uniforms yet. I haven't seen any uniforms for my boy either since after supper.
He's a kidnapper.
This is a fine state of affairs.
4 and 7 years ago, just a minute, virtue has triumphed. The sword of retribution has cut down Professor Harold Hill. And if there are those, as I have heard, who are melting tar and collecting feathers, I will not say them nay.
Well, I should think there ought to be some of you who could forget our everlasting, our stubborn, chip-on-the-shoulder arrogance long enough to remember River City before Harold Hill arrived. Do you remember? Well, do you? After he came, there are things to do. And there are finally people caring. Surely some of you ought to be grateful to him for what he's brought to River City. If so, I think you'd want to admit it.
You're wasting a great deal of time here. If there's a person in this gathering that doesn't think this man Hill should be tarred and feathered, let him step forth.
the show without. Stan Marzak, our director. Joyce Glover, our assistant director. Lyle Hunt, our choreographer. Mr. Bolton, band director. And Sandy Bolton, the choral director. Would y'all come up here at this time?